Have you ever wondered why some courts seem to have more power than others? Let me tell you about one of the most powerful courts in the world, the Supreme Court. It's like the captain of the judicial ship, steering the direction of justice. But why does everything it decides have so much value? Let's find out. First, let's talk about what the Supreme Court is. Imagine it's like the boss court that sits at the top of the court pyramid in a country. In many countries, there are lots of courts, from small ones in towns to big ones in cities. But sitting at the top of all of them is the Supreme Court. Now, here's the cool part. When the Supreme Court makes a decision in a case, it's called a precedent. This means that from that moment on, every other court, including smaller ones, has to follow that decision when dealing with similar cases. Think of it like this. If the Supreme Court says everyone should wear red hats on Fridays, then all the other courts must say the same in their decisions related to hats on Fridays. But why does it have this power? Well, in many countries, the law says the Supreme Court has the final word in the judicial system. This is to make sure that everyone has a fair and equal understanding of the law and everyone follows the same set of rules. Moreover, the justices who work at the Supreme Court are usually experienced judges. They've spent many years studying and interpreting the law, which makes them experts. That's why their judgments are respected and followed by the other courts. Imagine if every court could make its own rules about red hats, without following the Supreme Court. Some courts might say only green hats are allowed, while others might prefer yellow. Wouldn't that be confusing? Everyone would be unsure about the law and what to expect when they go to court. To prevent this chaos, the system gives the Supreme Court decision-making power, ensuring everyone has a clear and common understanding of the law. This way, justice remains fair and predictable for everyone. So, next time someone mentions the Supreme Court or precedents, imagine it as the wise captain guiding all the ships, or in our case, courts, safely to shore. And that is why it is so important that all courts follow its lead.